welcome to another Tribal Wars video. This week the tribe I'm playing will epitomise stealth and subtlety by wearing bright distinctive clothing and screaming out identifying names of attacks as they're doing them. It's ninjas! Basically deal with ninjas is the ninjutsu ability. Pay whatever amount of mana to return an unblocked attacker you control to hand. Put this card onto the battlefield from your hand tapped and attacking. So we've got Changeling Outcast, which is a ninja that can't block and can't be blocked. Ornithopter, which is 0 mana and flying, and Fairy Seer, which is 1 mana flying and has an enter the battlefield ability. Those are the enablers. There's also Skull Snatcher, which is not really a good enabler, but when they don't have these, it functions just as a relatively cheap ninja, and then everything else is more expensive ninjas. Miss Syndicate Naga, whenever ninjutsu is no cheap and then it's regular cost, but whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create a token, there's a copy of it, so that can take over the game if given half an opportunity. Ingenious Infiltrator, whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, obviously very powerful. Azra Smoke Shaper, I'm not necessarily sure this is actually be in the deck, but it's something I'm testing out just as a one-of. Whenever it enters the battlefield, target creature you control against is indestructible until end of turn, so it can allow you to save a creature if you're attacking, doing like an all-out attack or whatever. As long as you've got one unblocked creature, you can give something else indestructible. Sakashima Student, which is the clone copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it's a ninja as well. Fallen Shinobi at the top end. It deals combat damage to a player. That player exiles the top 2 cards of the library, and you can end of turn you can play them. Well, you can play them without paying the mana cost. And Higura, the Still Wind, which got the target ninja creature can't be bought this turn. Obviously, quite good with the ninjas. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a ninja card and put it into your hand. Let's back that up. We've got Nameless Inversion is just a removal spell that can be searched up with Higura. And then 4 Faithful Pushes, obviously ninjutsu stuff is a good way of enabling Revolt, and then just 1 off Cast Down, and that's basically a fifth Faithful Push, just a bit more removal. And then Witch's Vengeance as a one-sided sweeper to clear up the ground and be able to get in with all the ninjas. And last thing is a Whisper Silk Cloak. Obviously just another way to get through with ninjas, although it's quite expensive to cast and equip. Anything really of note in the mana base is I'm playing 4 Field of Ruin as a half of a plan for dealing with Cloudpost decks. Since the deck is just 2 colours, hopefully Field of Ruin won't cost me too much. We'll see though. And Watery Graves because Underground Siege is too expensive. And I think that is everything. Let's get into it. Okay, here we are for round 1. I am on the play versus Bandit Keith. It seems like an acceptable hand. Changeling Outcast into probably Ingenious Infiltrator, Witch's Vengeance and a Faithful Push to keep things under control. Changing the Outcast dies, of course, I probably won't be doing anything for a while. But that is the risk of the deck. Okay, certainly a while away from the Still Wind, but hopefully the Ingenious Infiltrator will draw me some more lands. Just gonna grab a swamp, I think. Do need double black, obviously, but double blues are way away. There's my double blow. That's a watch wolf. So I presume I'm playing against wolves. Yeah, I suppose I'll just flush over the watch wolf, draw another card with Ingenious Infiltrator, and then play out the Changeling Outcast. Fallen Shinobi. Okay, let's just attack. I kind of assume there's going to be. Well, this could be the 3-mana Flash Wolf, or it could just be some removal. If it's the wolf, I don't want to attack with Ingenious Infiltrator, but if it's removal, I do. Just going to attack with the Outcast. I think that's the best option. Yep, called it. And I'm not necessarily going to claim it's the correct thing to do, but I think the most fun thing to do is play Fallen Shinobi, because there's just something very satisfying about playing the opponent's cards. I mean, playing the opponent's cards while I've got pair of Witch's Vengeance in hands might not be the best move. Pretty sure I can only play them this turn. Yeah, until end of turn. So I already played a land, so can't do that. Of course, important to bear in mind that the ninjutsu is something that'll go back to its owner's hand, so I don't want to ninjutsu the opponent's cards very much. So this looks like the 4-mana flash Nightpack Ambusher. So I think I will just attack with the Fallen Shinobi and the Spirit of the Hunt. So I kind of imagine it's going to be trade there and then eat the Spirits, the Hunt, and then I'll Witch's Vengeance away the Nightpack Ambusher and play a Changeling Outcast. No, I won't. Oh wait, no, I've started playing my Watery Grave, so I can still do that. That'll make sense, doesn't it? Five mana, what's this? Maybe Greenstone Zenith for another. Oh no, Tulsamere. When it enters the battlefield, create a legendary 3/3 green and white wolf creature. Whenever a wolf enters battle, you control, you gain 3 life, and that creature fights the one-type creature you don't control. So what I can do here is Changeling Outcast, Ninjutsu in the Sakashima student, copy the Tulsimir, get the token, have the token fight the Tulsimir. Anything else makes sense. I think I like that. And then, wait, is this mandatory? Up to 1 type creature you don't control, so it's not mandatory. So I don't have to have the Changeling Outcast fight things. Let's look at Changeling Ornithopter. And gains some more life. Right, just watch Wolf and a Young Wolf. I suppose I'm fine taking 3 here. What I'll do is attack with the Changelings, Ninjutsu in a Gure, and then decide what I want to fetch up with it, which I haven't exactly done yet. And I can still Ninjutsu something in, even after damage is dealt. Yeah, I think I should grab an Ingenious Infiltrator and swap the Changeling Outcast for it. Just have that in play. Is that reasonable? Yeah, I think that's fine. This takes all my walls off the table as well, so I can Witch's Vengeance next turn if needs be, without losing anything. Yeah, this is just an Elf Scout Ninja. Okay, Wolf the Revenger flashed in. And cracking the Horizon Canopy. Safe to take 6 here. Another Young Wolf. Let's just make a couple of creatures unblockable. And there we have it. Well, just how good do I think Witch's Vengeance is? It's not that good against Young Wolf or something. Well, I think with the scribe from the Fairy East here, I'm willing to keep this. Well, that was not a great draw for me. So the mayor is also a human. So I was going to say, so I might be able to get both of them with the Witch's Vengeance, but since I can't cast anything this turn, the mayor's going to flip into something that isn't a human. Hopefully this will be. I was going to say some walls, but it's. Okay, so this is a werewolf. This guy's a werewolf. This is a wolf, and this is a human druid. Might as well just got to take out the two lords. Okay, so that all more or less worked, but I'm still in a pretty bad spot. Okay. Well, given the lack of a third land drop, I guess I'm going to kill the Noble Hierarch. Do it on the upkeep, I suppose. Is that true? No, I suppose if a Warfare Avenger is draw. Oh no, sorry, yeah, I can do it on the upkeep. Looks like the Warfare Avenger's here now. Still going to go for the Noble Hierarch. Gonna take this one. Another naval hierarch. So a Witch's Vengeance would be pretty nice here. Also, any kind of ninjutsu thing. Right, Fatal Push. So I could go for the Naval Hierarch again, or I could push the Avenger, use Field of Ruin to get the Revolt while it can't regenerate. I think I'm probably going to do that when I'm at 5 life. Probably chump the Wolf token here with the Ornithopter. Sakashima Student. Alright then, I guess I'm making a Wolf token. At least I'll be able to bounce the Fairy Seer to get a couple more scries. Syndicate Naga's not bad. No, it's going to be another Water Avenger. So I guess I need to chump the Avenger. If this is the Nightblock Ambusher, I'm just going to be pretty dead. Nope. No, yeah, I think I am dead here though. So I'm going to attack with the Wolf, but I've got to assume it's going to be blocked here by the Young Wolf. Yeah. I mean, I could have just played out the Mist Syndicate Naga. Sort of, then what? Well, let's get a hand with a slightly fewer lands this time. Well, none of the good ninjutsu enablers, but Skull Snatcher can sort of function. And no Noble Hierarch's good for me. Let's play the Snatcher. And a Watchwolf is a bit of a nuisance. Just going to play out the Mist Syndicate Naga. No attack makes sense. So I kind of suspect a Wolfer Avenger here. I think what I could do is just cast down the Watchful, attack with both. If it's an Avenger and it trades with Mist Syndicate, I can swap in Skull Snatcher for an Ingenious Infiltrator. If it's Avenger and it just eats a Skull Snatcher, that gets a trigger from Mist Syndicate Naga, which seems probably worth more than a Skull Snatcher. Okay, so we have the flash thing. More or less the same same stuff applies. Yeah, so trading for the Naga. So let's put in a Infiltrator. And go draw. All this just screams Night Pack Ambush. So options are Fairy Seer plus Skull Snatcher, or Fairy Seer just play 4 for the Ingenious Infiltrator. Let's see what I scry into first. Don't think I need another land. But we'll keep the Fateful Push. Yeah, let's just go for a 4 cost Infiltrator. And then pass the turn. Okay, so just an Avenger. It's not as bad. I guess I'll just attack the Fairy Seer, try and ninjutsu in the Infiltrator and draw 3 cards. I think this was a mistake because it's still an unblocked unblocked attacker, so I can just swap out the Infiltrator for the Skull Snatcher. I won't draw 3 cards, but I'll still draw 2 cards, assuming there's not another removal spell. And I can't imagine there's any graveyard synergy. Let's just take out the Wolves. I guess I'll Fairy Seer. Maybe I should have cracked the Marsh Flats first. I think I've bottomed both of these. So I've already got a Fatal Push, and it's not very good against Warfare Avenger anyway. It's going to be the Nightpack Ambusher. Yes, it is. So I will just crack the marsh flats and push that now. Just trying to think now whether it's correct to attack with everything. No, I don't think so. Because if there's another flash creature, I guess to eat both the Ingenious Infiltrators. That doesn't seem super great for me. Okay, Jamaica Command. Grows the Avenger and eats the Seer. Guess I'm just going to play the Infiltrator. Alright, well, I'm just going to attack with everything here. Should get through with at least 2 Infiltrators. Yeah, that's a Nightback Ambusher. This will draw me quite a few cards. Just always need to deal to these. Okay. It's not anything worth ninjutsuing out in the combat step there. So let's push the ambusher, I've also got revolt. Let's play out a bunch of creatures. I'm just going to play out the Field of Ruin because I don't want to bother spending the time to fetch a land. Yeah, I'm just going to attack with everything. The Wolfer Avenger. Some of 2 infiltrators get eaten, but I can still ninjutsu out the Fairy Seer, and I'm still hitting with 3 ninjas. just not bother. And I will. No, that's just fine. Let's just. Just gonna Witch's Vengeance. This will kill my Changeling Outcast, but I think that's probably fine. And then Fairy Seer plus a Syndicate. Let's just attack with everything, and presumably that'll be enough to be lethal. Another Lothar Avenger. Even if there's two flash creatures or a flash creature on removal, block, 1, 2, 3, and I can trade the Ornithopter for something else. So this looks like lethal to me at the moment. And there we go. Just in the nick of time. Right, we're on to round 2 now versus Kumagoro, and I am on the draw. So this is not the greatest hand in the world. I've got Changeling Outcast, but then I've only got 4 cost ninjutsu things. And no blue. Although Field of Ruin can get me blue, assuming that Kuma's not just playing a monocolour deck with a bunch of bases, because it only targets non-basics. I'm going to keep it. Obviously this could go badly for me, but I've got an enabler and a piece of removal. And that's my blue mana. Oh, and there goes my enabler. What is it? Looks like it's wolves again. It's probably worth pushing this. Getting hit for 3 every turn is a I'm not going to be doing anything super impactful for a while. It sounds like a bad idea. Witchstalker. Hexproof, when an opponent casts a blue or black spell during your turn, I'll take +1 counter on Witchstalker. Okay, I'm not very glad I killed the Watchwolf, because I can't kill that. Ugh. guess I'm just going to take out. I know, let's just pass the turn. Well, I was thinking I might want to cast something down, but I don't really want to cast something down on Kimber's turn because that'll grow this. Alright, so I'm trying to feel the ruin away the tiger? I don't know. I imagine he's probably got basics for each colour, but still. Island. No, maybe not. Well, Ornithopter's not bad. I think I'm just going to play out the Smoke Shaper. Maybe not because of the. Yeah, I'd rather leave up cast down in case of the Nightpack Ambusher. Yes, indeed. Are these coming on tap, don't they? So I can do this. Get my swamp, and then still cast down that ambusher. Alright, nothing with flying, good. I So the Missing Syndicate Naga would give me a blocker, but I think Fallen Shinobi is the most powerful and also might give me a blocker. Just a pair of lands. Windsweep Heath can't get anything, but the Catacombs might. Or the Catacombs can. Right, attacking with both. I think it's fine to take 6. Well, it's not fine, but it's acceptable. Grab a Water Grave. Maybe I was wrong to play that, because the Fallen Shinobi. Let's Ninjutsu in Missing Naga. Get some tokens to block with. Have a look. Nice. So the looks like the Field of Runes might have saved that one for me. Okay, yeah, we've got an enabler and some interaction. Let's just search up a Watered Grave before I Scry, I don't want to mess up the top of my library. No, I think I'd rather try and hit something a bit more relevant than Sakashima's student to ninjutsu him. It's like Watchwolf. Right, that was a pretty good draw. This Silk Cloak's not ideal when I'm this early in the game. Okay, yeah, just getting hit for one. It's not so bad. And a mare. So I could push the Watchwolf, attack with the Infiltrator. Could kill the Mayor of Overbrook because under the thought that all the other things are wolves and can get eaten by Witch's Vengeance. I think what I want to do is Field of Ruin away, probably the Temple Garden, and then grab a swamp and then Fatal Push something with that swamp. Alright, I'll let this pass for now. Maybe I shouldn't have passed, I should have actually just Fatal Pushed immediately because of the potential for, was it Spirit Wolf? That's that other flash thing that gives everything. Did it just give everything up plus A plus 3 or does it give it hexproof? Okay, I don't remember. Okay, well that seemed to work alright. I'll attack the Infiltrator. Probably Young Wolf will just jump it. Or, I suppose this might also be the Author Avenger. Probably should have thought about this a little bit longer. I mean, I can still kill everything. But now I'm losing my Infiltrator. Oh well, mistakes were made. Young Wolf comes back, and I'll play out the Fairy Seer. Don't really need the Skull Snatcher. I don't really need the Ingenious Infiltrator here either. I think I'd rather just find some more land or like a Fatal Push or something to ward against anything too scary from the opposing side. There's a Witch Stalker. So I'll Fairy Seer out the Fallen Shinobi. Hopefully I'll hit something good. Tulsumir and a Wolf for a Silverheart. They seem alright. So I can eat the young wolf. Can't eat the Witch Stalker, it's got hexproof, but that is still sufficient to win the game. Okay, we're on to round 3. This is Nagarjuna, and I mean, it's a functional hand, but it's not very exciting. It's got 2 Fairy Seers to scry into something good though. Okay, let's. Oh, I should have played the Marsh Flats actually to search up a Waterthrough Grave, because Marsh Flats has less options. But I do want to search before I scry. Well, Ingenious Infiltrator, yes. I don't know what Naga's playing though. So I don't know about Fatal Push. I'm gonna bottom it. Well, I would not have hated that Fatal Push. Alright, well, I'll attack in. I mean, what are the odds I'll face a Wolf or Revenger again? Maybe I should have played the Fairy Seers first to scry before I drew. Let's just search for Swamp. Don't really know the polluted Delta. I think I'll keep the Witch's Vengeance. And at worst, it can cut the amount of mana that Naga's got access to. Alright, okay, now I'm going to get rid of the Vengeance and just keep the Fatal Push. Okay, 4 mana for something. Pelucrinus. Well, I can push that. Which I probably want to do. I can't push it before I ninjutsu though. So there's no attacking with the infiltrator. No targets for the skull snatcher. What do we draw? Missing a good Naga. That's not bad. Okay, let's search up a swamp, I think, and fairy seer. So my next draw. I need either of those. Push Polly over there, and then just pass the turn. So yeah, Blue Cross pretty heavily indicates Hydras. Ooh, I can feel the brew in that. I mean, some bad things might happen to me in the meantime. This is 2, 4, 6 mana. Blue, the Chop Garden probably indicates that there's I don't remember what it's called, the big jellyfish Hydra that draws cards and gains life when you cast it. Primordial Hydra. This is one that doubles. It's got tramplers and it's got 10 or more, plus one counters on it. So I can probably outrace that. Right, I'm going to Field of Ruin away this tropical island. Get my own island. And then, how much do I value killing Garrick? Probably a decent amount. I think I'm going to send everything at Garrick. The Hydra block the Infiltrator. No, everything except for one Fairy Seer, and then the Fairy Seer I can swap with Mist Syndicate. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. That was very, very bad. So now maybe I won't be able to outrace the Primordial Hydra. Yeah, this is... would have been a lot better if I'd attacked last turn. So okay, yeah, Voracious Hydra's eating the Infiltrator. We've got another Infiltrator. So next turn this is going to be a 12/12 with Trample. That's 17 points of Trample. Plus another 10 for Garrick and minus. So I think my only option here is to... I don't know. Maybe I need to find a Fatal Push. Turn changing the Outcast at Naga to... Yeah, I'll send the Outcast at Naga to Fairy Seers at Garrick. swap one of the fairy seers for the ingenious infiltrator. You get one draw. Garrett goes down to 2. This is still 17 points of trample. So I need at least 3 toughness in play. Alright, well, Fairy Seer gets me up to 3 toughness. Don't think either of these, because I need to win next turn. I can't survive another turn. There's a Primordial Hydra. So I'm going to have to. So yeah, I think I need to win or find a Fatal Push. Oh, maybe this isn't actually enough. Because this is 17 minus the 3, but there's also the Arbor Elf can attack. Okay, that's not happening though. I guess I triple block here. 12. Go down to 1. Whenever you cast a spell, convert to Michael's Father, create draw a card. And a Beast token. There's a Fatal Push. Alright, I think I attack Naga with both of these. Swap out the Fairy Seer for the Mist Syndicate. I'll give him 2 draws. And a token. So the Fairy Seer. Definitely not that. Not that either. Play the Watery Grave. I can kill the Primordial Hydra. And then I'll have to do some chumping. Okay, just attacking with the Hydra. Goodness, this Primordial Hydra doesn't cost one more. Another Garrick. So, I mean, upticking would mean that Nigel will definitely win next turn. Yeah, from the trample. Down ticking would give an extra blocker. Name this inversion. Okay. So, yeah, it's 5. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 5 to Whisper Silk Cloak. So the Mist Syndicate. It's 3, 4, 2 for the Ingenious Infiltrator. And that's 6 damage. I suppose there's still a chance that the Waterlog Grove draws something relevant, but certainly think this is my best chance. Whew. That one was pretty tight. The set made it a lot harder for myself by accidentally skipping through that attack set. But I did manage to sneak my way to a victory. Yeah, I don't like this hand. I mean, it's got enablers, Witch's Vengeance. I mean, it might be able to kill a Arbor Elf or something. But on the draw, even that might not be good enough, so. Okay. This is acceptable. Well, because it's Skull Snatcher, because I've got to change the Outcast to enable Ninjutsu. Could also ditch the Fallen Shinobi because it's expensive and it's not very good to hit the X mana Hydras. They'll just come in with as a 0/0. Can't spend any mana on it. I think the Skull Snatcher is probably still less useful though. No turn 1 play is good for me. Yeah, I'm just going to search for the island and scry with the Fairy Seer. Whisper Silk Cloak, no thanks. Flooded, well, no, let's get rid of the Flooded Strand. It would get me up to 4 mana for the Shinobi. But I would prefer something like a Fatal Push maybe to deal with this. Right, it's going to be up to probably going to be up to Mist Syndicates to win this one for me. Okay, Utopia Sprawl. That's 6 mana. So Primordial Hydra. Okay. Search for Swamp. So these two guys and turn the Fairy Seer with Mist Syndicates. Maybe I'll be able to outrace with the Mist Syndicates. Maybe not though. This gets pretty big pretty quickly. Voracious Hydra. Assume they're going to eat the Changeling. No, it takes out one of the Nagas. Takes out the token as well. I think taking out the token is a mistake. Because it's worse than ninjutsu away a token. I still think I'm probably not going to win this. Because there's going to be 16, 22 points of trample next turn. I think my only option here is to put in the Fallen Shinobi and hit something unlikely. I don't know what Naga would possibly have in his deck that would get me out of this, but it's worth having a look. Garrick's not going to do it. I mean, I can Garrick on top of a couple of lands and put in a Fairy Seer and a Changeling Outcast, but then I'm still 22 points of trample. Okay, let's have a. I was going to say a good hand. This might work. A couple of removal spells to take out the early ramp. I think I'm going to keep it. I mean, the Fairy Seer helps, obviously. Hopefully, it won't be a enchantment ramp plus Garrick sort of draw that Naga has. Certainly a second, which is Vengeance. I guess a Steel of Rune doesn't really do much for me either. Oh dang. So this plan might fall apart immediately. So those are the fellows. I suppose I could Witch's Vengeance, but then that would change the Outcast would also die. I'll just push it and play. Well, maybe I want to spend the Witch's Vengeance before I play out another changing Outcast. Can't cast down because it's legendary. Let's just attack. No, I'm gonna push. Well, wow, this is this is a difficult one. No, I'll Witch's Vengeance. As painful as it is. Yeah, he's an elf. So yeah, it's painful, but if I don't Witch's Vengeance there, I might never have a chance to use it. I can kill that. Ooh. Yeah, I've got to imagine it's more important to get the Infiltrator down than immediately kill the Primordial Hydra. It's only going up to 4 this turn. And a Garrick. No attack from the Hydra. I think I will Fatal Push the Hydra. Attack Naga. Maybe this will prompt a chump block. No. Okay, that's also fine. Right, I'll just Fairy Seer. This is a lot of mana that Naga's going to have next turn. Gargos. Hydra spells you cost 4 life to cast. Whenever a creature you control becomes a target of the spell, Gargos fights up to 1 type creature you don't control. So these at least don't have trample. But Garrett can give them trample. I guess maybe I hit Garrick down to 4 and then just hold up cast down. I can't cast down the Gargos, it's legendary. Yeah, maybe I have to kill it now before it can untap a monstrosity. I'll let the Gargos eat something. I think that's my best option though. Play out the Changeling Outcast. Oh wait, am I just dead here actually? 8, 9. Yeah. Yeah, the Garrett can minus and -4. That'll be 11 and 15 points of trample. Changeling Outcast can't even block anyway, so. Yep, I am dead. Didn't really think about the Arbor Elf becoming a 4/4 and how that gets me as well. Dang. Here we are back with the deck, and I did manage to slip away with a pretty good 2-1 record. I mean, not that I faced a particularly diverse range of decks. 3 green decks, 2 of which were both wolves. So, I mean, the deck would perform worse against something with flyers to stop the Ornithopter and Fairy Seer, or just more removal. If they can stop the enablers, then the deck looks a lot worse. You're just playing a 4 mana 2/3 or 5 mana 5/4. It's a lot harder to get through. in a timely fashion. Lessons to take away from this event: Witch's Vengeance was not amazing. It was okay. There was a couple of times where it was like just like a murder. It was pretty bad against the Hydras, and then I think there was like once when it was very good against the wolves, once or twice. So I think 4 might be too many. Probably cut down to just 2 or maybe 3 of those, and just run some more cheaper targeted removal. Miss Syndicate Naga wasn't super amazing either. I think 4 of those might be a mistake as well. You kind of need to be a little bit ahead already for it to really take over. You can get multiple triggers out of it over a couple of turns, then obviously it can take over the game. But if you're just ninjutsuing it in and getting 1 copy of it, then it's then the copies can't get through. It's not super great. Actually, I think maybe just like 3 of those would be better than 4. Since so it's 3 mana. If it's not 3 mana for ninjutsu, it's not super amazing compared to some of the other stuff. The restriction on cast down came up against Hydras at the end there, not being able to kill off fellows or target Gargos. So I don't know, maybe I should try something else there. Not really sure what that would be though. And Nameless Invasion didn't really ever come up. I mean, maybe the synergy of Higure, however you pronounce it, and Nameless Invasion, maybe it's just a bit too narrow. This should be better off. It's just a hard removal spell. I'm not sure though. Sakashima Student, that certainly had some had some fun with that. I think 1's a good number though, obviously with the stuff like when I had to copy a wolf token, which wasn't very impressive. And I don't think I ever put Azra Smoke Shaper into play, so I'm still not sure on that. Field of Ruin, I'd never faced a Cloud Post deck, but it was still surprisingly good since Kuma was only running basic forests, and I did get that 1 enchanted land from Naga when he put it on a non-basic, so and it didn't punish me too badly. There was some draws where it looked a bit sketchy as to whether I was going to hit have enough coloured sources, but I did draw out of them eventually. So I think that's probably a fine inclusion. So yeah, I think that's the direction I'm going to take the deck. Drop a Mist Syndicate and a Witch's Vengeance or 2, and look for some more just removal spells, maybe different removal spells. Right, thank you very much for watching.